Okay, let's do this.
A new day rises. Pour orange juice in your cereal. Forget to charge your phone. Brush your teeth with fungal cream. Leave the house in slippers. And get in line at the drive-thru while realizing your wallet is on your dresser. Nice. Well, we can't fix any of that. But starting now, we'll help you laugh it off. Your day is about to get way better because you're listening to the Scott and Kat Show.
Yeah, you are.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. This morning, I'm going to tell you why we're doing this wrong. We should be sitting on the floor. And you should too, everyone. When you get to work, no chairs. Sit on the floor.
Hey, have you seen this floor?
Oh, it's gross.
I'm not going anywhere near this floor.
The people that work here are just animals.
The fact my shoes have to touch it irritates me every day.
Take them off as soon as you get in the house, right?
My butt's not going near it. That's all I'm saying.
They say there's a lot of health benefits to sitting on the floor.
Interesting. Like kindergarten.
Yes.
Let's all go back to kindergarten.
Right. Although there's a lot of kindergartners that seem sick all the time, so I don't know if
Well, we
this is
don't-
really that good
We
for you.
don't touch each other's faces or anything like that. We could stop at that.
They actually ended that policy. No touching faces
No touching
anymore
other
here
faces.
at the office. I don't know why. I don't know why. We're going to have a fun one today. There's a lot of great stuff to do. The countdown to Christmas is on now inside 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today is Boxing Day. And I want to have a conversation about Boxing Day, similar to one we had around Black Friday. If you advertise right now that this is the Boxing Day price,
God.
it won't get any cheaper on Boxing Day. Why would I come to your
Yes.
store? Get out of here.
That really does drive me crazy because I like a deal. And now I feel like, what's the point of Boxing Day then? What's the point of all these days if you're just going to carry them out on or do them in advance?
I honestly think that you should have to qualify. Here's the deals we'd like to offer on Boxing Day. And the Boxing Day counselor or the Boxing Day god of some sort, someone should be able to say, you know what? Not good enough. Keep your doors closed. You're not in the Boxing Day sale this year. You should almost need to apply to get in it. As in, everybody's closed unless you get permission to open, and you only get permission when it's a truly good sale.
Right. I like the Boxing Day God. That calls out to me. I like that.
You'd be a good Boxing
Could
Day
that be
god.
me?
Yeah. You could be like the commissioner of sales.
Okay. All right.
That would be a great gig. You work once a year.
Yeah. And I just approve or deny.
Yes.
That's the most powerful I feel.
No explanation either. Just approved.
Nope.
Denied.
Nope. Yeah.
Stay closed. Spend time with your family and think about what a deal is.
Think about what you've done.
So we'll talk about that and more and have a great time. It's Tuesday, the 12th of December. Taylor Swift, This is Cruel Summer. Scott and Kat Show is on. Turn that radio up. Kat, I think school is probably the best place to use as an example for this. You go into school, what do? They tell you, sit down. And when you're in the younger years, they make you sit on the floor, sometimes in a circle. Gross. I don't like the floor.
You don't like the floor? Even as a kid, you didn't like the floor?
Hated it.
Okay, you know what's so funny about that? Is it sometimes, I don't know what it is, but my husband used to hate it too because he could never cross his legs like all the other kids could.
yeah.
So I don't know if it's like an anatomy thing, but I love crossing my legs to this day. Like I will sit down with my kids and play and cross my legs, and I love it. I'm comfy as can be. I have no problem with it.
Okay. A well-known writer, they work for Slate, just did a big column on how we should all be sitting on the floor instead of in an office chair when we get to the office every day. Mm-hmm. They don't want us sitting in a chair. They want us sitting on the floor. And this writer is not the first to suggest it. It was originally proposed in a book called Built to Move that argues our bodies aren't really meant to be sitting in chairs. It's okay sometimes, just not all the time. And sitting on the floor isn't comfortable. We all know that. Well, for me anyway. So what they say is, if you sit on the floor, you'll be more likely to move around, get up and down more often, stay more active, more fit.
It's to get your butt moving.
Basically.
Okay, all right. Uh-huh.
And they say it, there is an actual medical reason here. As you shift positions more and more, it helps your joints, lowers inflammation, and even speeds up your metabolism. All by sitting on the floor. Yeah, my metabolism boost there is me hating my life. Sitting on the floor just sounds like absolute torture. I don't want to do that.
Try to figure out how you can work that way. Could you imagine like the boss called a meeting and we all just And we went into the boardroom and there was no chairs or tables.
I have a feeling we're that close to this. This could happen.
And all the businesses think, this is a good cost-cutting measure. We could sell off all the tables and chairs. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and don't put it past our boss because he does ridiculous things like that. I could see him calling everyone into the boardroom and no boardroom table or chairs. Everybody just sit.
And even he's uncomfortable, but he doesn't want to admit it.
No.
He's like, no, it's fine. I like it.
Well, the author says standing desks are good too. If you have one of those, you know those ones that lift up and lower down?
Yeah.
Stand-up desks?
Yeah.
Would you ever use one of those?
Yeah.
Seem kind
I
of
think
neat in the
so.
infomercials,
I
but I
think
don't know if
so.
they're practical or not.
Yeah, I don't know how many people actually use them for what they're used for, or if some people just like put it at a certain height and then sit. I don't know. But yeah, I could see that.
10 years ago, they said everybody needs a standing desk. We're too sedentary. We've got to get up and move around. Everybody should have a standing desk. Now the advice is everyone sit on the floor. I can't figure out what we're supposed to be doing.
We all don't know. Nobody really knows. They're just saying things and seeing what happens.
Yeah, just to see if it catches on.
Yeah, just see if there's a bunch of people somewhere in a corporate office sitting on the ground.
Guys, let's tell them to sit on the floor and see if they actually do it. Let's see how they'll go for this. In any case, if you want to give it a shot, that's fine. Can I ask a follow-up about your husband and his leg thing? He can't cross his legs either.
He doesn't know. I don't know if he's ever really truly tried, but it hurts him, so he doesn't. He's just like, no, doesn't care.
That's interesting.
Like, maybe we should do some yoga. Nope. Don't care. No, I'm good not crossing my legs, and that's just how I'm going to live my life.
Did you actually say to him, maybe
I
we
said,
should try yoga?
Well, I mean, not seriously, because I knew he was going to say no, but that's what I said. I'm like, well, maybe we should do some Pilates or something. Nope. Come on, just do it. Come on. Nope.
Man, the thought of yoga, I like the idea of it, but I'm in the same boat as your husband. I don't think I'd get back up again once I got down.
No,
Yeah.
he was not interested.
Well, if that ever works out, you got to tell me because that'll be amazing.
It would be hilarious.
It's the Scott and Kat Show. Doja Cat, that is Woman. Hey there, it's the Scott and Kat Show. Happy Tuesday. It is the 12th of December. Today's a good day if you like to celebrate the national days, which I do. Generally, these revolve around food. Today, not so much. It's National Poinsettia Day today, Kat.
Oh, okay, so today's the day we pick one up if we don't have one yet.
Yeah. Have we reached the point where they're getting cheaper or are they at like peak expensive right now?
Good question. I think that they're peak expensive for the most part. So if you find a poinsettia deal, feel free to let us know.
Can I tell you, I love growing stuff, but I hate buying stuff. I have no idea how much a poinsettia could cost. If you told me, yeah, they're about $100, I'd probably believe you. If you told me they were 10, I'd believe that. But today's the day. Your
Today's
poinsettias.
today. All right, just be careful where you put it. Aren't they a little poisonous for some, like dogs and stuff like that?
Cats, definitely. I'm
Cats?
not sure.
That's okay.
Good thing to Google.
I'm just saying they're beautiful, but just be careful they don't make you sick.
It's also National Gingerbread House Day. I'm thinking this is a good little project. Why not? Pick up a gingerbread house and make it if you want the kid. Or you can go old school. You can make gingerbread and then assemble it into a house.
So I got the best neighbor ever because I call her my Martha Stewart, and she makes everything from scratch. She's a great baker. She was a caterer for many, many years. So she came over the weekend, knocked on the door, brought over fresh gingerbread walls, all the good icing and all the decorations so my kids could make a gingerbread house, a fresh one. She
No
just
kidding.
freshly baked it all.
And did you do it yet?
We did.
Where's the picture?
Oh, I don't have a picture. Oh, wait, maybe I do have a picture. I'll try to find it.
I put my disaster of a gingerbread
Listen.
house from this weekend online and took all the criticism from our sometimes nasty listeners. And actually, nobody chirped me harder than that than
See,
my own mother yesterday.
My 4 and 6 year old decorated it. So, I mean, if you want to judge them, go ahead. Is it the prettiest thing you've ever seen? No. Was there candy bananas on the roof? Yes. So if that's your kind of thing, cool. I didn't think it was worthy of like Instagram, okay? I love my kids and their creative minds are beautiful and they thought that one side should be sprinkles and one side should be like Fruit Loops. That's fine. That's all creative and lovely, but I just didn't think it was Instagram worthy in the kindest way a mother could say it.
Will you eat it?
Oh, they ate some.
Oh,
they
yeah?
already started breaking it apart, so I'm going to have to probably get rid of it because it's not really pretty to look at.
How long does one wait after making a gingerbread house before someone eats that gingerbread
Yeah.
house?
I made them wait about a day or so because I thought at least let some of this harden a little bit. and, or you go eating it. But right now it looks like a hurricane hit. Like we have a hurricane in Gingerbread House Valley because there's like half a wall missing because they went by whatever sprinkles they wanted to eat. So there's a chunk of roof missing. We got a little bit of wall off. like scattered sprinkles all around the house. It's a mess.
Right. Okay. Well, I was thinking I had to wait till Boxing Day. I didn't even know you could eat them before
I
Christmas.
was like, whatever.
I'm going to eat mine too then.
You eat yours. Who cares?
Nobody wants to look at it, so I might as well eat it.
That's what I figured.
My mom was chirping me yesterday. You know what my mom said? I saw that gingerbread house thing that you posted. I'm surprised you posted that. That was not your best work. And I was like, Mom, you're supposed to be in my corner and support me. Nah, you're right. It was terrible.
Yes, moms can be realists too, okay?
Hey,
We're not here to always be the nicest. We're going to be real with you.
Well, real hurts sometimes.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Maybe it's just at my age in the specific circumstance of making a gingerbread house. Anyway, today's the day if you want to get at it. 6 minutes before 6 o'clock. We'll do a quick what you need to know after the break. We do have free stuff again today, including pink tickets. We'll give those away after 8. First time we go to the phones just after 7.
Hey, this is Miley Cyrus.
This is Dua Lipa.
Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
What's up, guys? It's Doja Cat.
Yep, music station.
And home of the Scott and Cat Show.
Broadcasting live from the Raffy Jewelers studio. Weekday mornings on Kitchener's #1 hit music station.
91.5 The Beat.
A Chorus radio station.
For KW, chilly one, 3 degrees is the high. It's going to be windy for that. And overnight, once again, quite cold, feeling -10. Flurries and -2 tomorrow. Your Thursday, some sunny periods and 4 degrees. And Friday should be nice, sunny and 7. It's what you need to know.
Metro says their grocery chain is ready to sign on to a grocer code of conduct as it's currently drafted. But the CEO says it's not going to work anyway unless all of the major players agree to sign on. Last week, executives from Walmart and Empire, that's Sobeys, told the committee in Ottawa they can't sign on to the code in its current form because they're worried it'll raise prices for consumers. Profit in the grocery sector expected to hit a record high of more than $6 billion this year. That's up 8% from last year. The education minister has rolled out a plan to cut the amount of time it takes to build a new school in half. Stephen Lecce says it's taken way too long to get new schools open, and Ontario's population is growing rapidly. Right now, it takes 4 to 7 years to build a school. They're going to standardize the designs of new schools and speed up the approval process. They're also going to prioritize projects that are shovel ready. The province is investing $15 billion over the next 10 years to build new schools. Canada Post says a problem that prevented it from accepting some parcels during this busy holiday mailing season has now been fixed. They posted on Facebook last night that there was a technical issue preventing post offices from accepting packages for delivery within Canada, but they were urgently working to restore full postal services. Well, it appears the issue is now resolved, but they didn't provide any details on the nature of that technical issue. Oklahoma City Thunder guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been named the winner of the Northern Star Award for 2023. That's Canada's Athlete of the Year. The 25-year-old is from Hamilton. He beat out Connor McDavid, RBC champion Nick Taylor, swimmer Summer McIntosh, hammer thrower Carolyn Rogers. This honor is voted on by sports journalists in Canada. A basketball player hasn't won the Northern Star Award since Steve Nash did back in 2005. Gas prices didn't change overnight. Today we're paying $1.42.9. Christmas now just 13 days away. In fact, Boxing Day is 2 weeks from today. On the calendar, it's National Poinsettia Day and National Gingerbread House Day. It's also the 6th night of Hanukkah. The Leafs made it to overtime and they got a point, but they lost to the Islanders 4-3. John Tavares got his 1,000th career point. The Raptors couldn't make it work in New York either. They lost 136-130 against the Knicks. On Monday Night Football, the Giants walked away with a 24-22 win against the Packers, and the Titans beat the Dolphins 28-27. That is what's going on today.
From the top.
Give me that beat, DJ. Give me that, give me that, give me that beat, DJ.
Drop it.
Time to spark up your morning.
Let's go.
This is the world famous Scott and
I
Cat.
got a lot of business to attend to coming up on the show today, including those pink tickets after 8. After 7 o'clock, we'll hook you up with Lotto Max tickets. And I want to talk about this because it might come in handy. Actually, to be honest with you, I haven't heard it yet, but I'm curious. Martha Stewart is revealing her own trick. to get people to leave your house after you're done hosting the party and you think everyone should probably leave.
Fantastic.
Okay, so Martha Stewart's doing it in a polite way, we assume, unless with age she's like, screw it, tell people to just leave. I don't know yet what we're going to hear, but that'll come up eventually on the show as well. Olivia Rodrigo, good for you. Scott and Kat Show.
Let's have a little fun with this one here, Kat. Here's the scenario, okay? I tell you a secret, something big.
Oh.
Something big, like, Kat, I killed somebody.
Whoa.
No. Okay,
Whoa.
well,
That escalated so fast.
Okay. All right, Kat,
All right, yeah.
I
You found out something, I don't know. You found out something big. I don't know.
I stole some jeans from a Goodwill box.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so I find out that you stole something.
Okay. In confidence, I've told you this information. Do you have a right to take that information that I've given you and tell your partner?
Well, assuming that I trust my partner not to say anything,
Yeah.
I would ask here's what I would do is I would ask what the purpose of it would be. Can I help with something? Am I concerned about something? Can I not hold the secret because I'm worried? In that case, not necessarily. Like if you've killed someone, yeah, that's concerning. Someone's being harmed. So for me, that's where I would probably be like, "Ooh, maybe I need to figure this one out." But no, otherwise, I don't think if there's no actual purpose to it, probably not.
Do you tell your husband stuff like from behind the scenes on the show and stuff that goes on at work?
Only if it's really interesting to him. Like sometimes if I'll tell him something, he's like, I don't even know who you're talking about. I'm like, okay, cool. So no, not necessarily.
What do you think people said when they asked a whole bunch of people, if you get told a secret, is it okay to tell your spouse?
I think most people said yes to that.
Really?
I think.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Let's find out if you're right. See, this is where we need a drum roll.
Where's our? We used to have one. Didn't
Do we have a drum roll?
I don't know.
Let me see here.
We should just get Octavia on drums, and she could do it live for us.
She does know how to drum, right?
Right?
We
Add
don't
that
have.
to the list, Octavia.
We don't
a drum
have
kit.
We don't have drums, but we do have the reggae horn. Here's the results.
Perfect.
Why don't we have a drum roll, but we do have the reggae horn? I don't understand that.
No, it's someone else. Someone that works here, I'm sure, has a saved up in their folder.
Okay.
We'll find it, guys. We'll make it better next time.
10%, 1 in 10, say it is always acceptable to tell your spouse something that a friend or coworker told you in confidence.
It's always acceptable. 1 in 10, you said? Said always.
But 1 in 3 say it's usually okay.
Okay.
Usually. On the flip side, 20% say never. You never reveal secrets. If you get told something, you keep it to yourself. Even keep it from your spouse. Another 28% say it's usually unacceptable. So generally speaking, if I tell you that I photocopied a pizza at work and now everybody's all angry that the copier doesn't work.
Now that I'm telling everybody. If that happened, I would tell everybody because that's hilarious. That's just
Actually,
funny.
I might even tell people if I photocopied a pizza. Younger adults are more likely to be cool with telling their spouse everything. Older folks more likely to keep their friends and coworkers' actions secret, even from their partner. So, you're not going to tell anybody about the pizza thing, right?
I'm not telling anybody. Here's the thing is again, for me, I go through a filter of, would he even care? Does it even matter? Does it matter? Does it change our lives? Did this secret that I learned change our life? And if the answer is no, what's the point? No. That's the way I do it. That's my filter I use, but everyone's different.
See,
What about you?
I get sucked through so much school drama from my girlfriend.
Right.
I hear about what this EA did and what that parent said to this gym teacher. I get stuck through all of it.
Do you love it though? Are you like, yeah.
I think I would miss it if I didn't hear
Yeah,
it.
okay.
And so I tell her the gossipy stuff that I hear at work as well. Occasionally, there are things people have told me in confidence, but she's not going to tell me. She doesn't know anybody here. She knows you, but if she tells you, you know everything too.
Yeah.
So
No, it's fine.
I think it's okay. Just part of the general gossipiness, but you really got to trust your partner to not say anything.
Sometimes you also need to vent to someone who you don't work with because it's called work gossip if you're venting about something at work. But if you do it at home, it's in a safe space where maybe it make you feel better, but you're not doing anything wrong.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, part of the problem here is that we all socialize outside of work. And occasionally, Dave, our boss, occasionally his wife will run into my girlfriend. And if she says, oh boy, I heard about what Scott did, did Dave think it was funny? No, Dave did not think it was funny.
There was pepperoni everywhere. Are you kidding me? It wasn't funny. We found it everywhere.
Now that we've come this far down the road, I feel like I need to photocopy a
I
pizza.
feel like I have a goal. I'm getting you to photocopy a pizza.
It's a 2-for-1 deal.
Grease everywhere. It's
Yeah,
disgusting.
amazing. Taylor Swift, Scott and Kat Show. Good morning. Baby No Money, that is edamame. It's the Scott and Kat Show. Hey, we are still doing our Christmas Tree of Hope initiative, and so far, actually, it's hard for us to say if this is going well or not. It seems like there's a lot of toys, but I know the demand is really high. So here's what we're going to do for you. Full explanation of what it is. Our Christmas Tree of Hope raises money for the Children's Fund, and it collects toys for kids that are not expecting much this Christmas. So you can text the word donate if you'd like to 30333. And it's either a $10 or a $20 donation. Whatever you can give would be great. Again, text the word donate to 30333. You can also donate an unwrapped new toy for Christmas. And this is great because there's now a lot more locations to do it. So if you're listening to us right now on 91.5 The Beat, what's up, Kitchener? Waterloo Brewing Tap House, you can drop off your new and unwrapped toys there. Factory Flooring and USave Flooring. Fowler Tire and Automotive Center. Kitchener Ford and Parkway Ford. Those are places that you can drop off in Waterloo region. If you're in Hamilton area fire stations. You can drop off your donations there, and they will get them to us. Our elves pick them up. We make sure they get to kids a little less than 2 weeks from now.
The Hamilton, downtown Hamilton BIA office will also accept them. And you know what? You can drop by the Energy 95.3 studios as well. You can find all that info online if you want to. During our hours of operation, of course, is when you can drop those off.
Good. We're going to try and help as many people as we can here. Unfortunately, like I said a few minutes ago, the demand is insane. We talked yesterday about that Facebook group of Burlington dads that donated $25,000 to the Salvation Army. They said the number of people that have reached out for help this year is more than double what it was even last year.
Yeah.
A lot of people are struggling right now. So if you're in a position where you can help, we would love it. All the details on our website. And thank you very much in advance. Good. What do you want to talk about during What's Trending?
Oh, there's a couple of things on the go here.
What's on your mind today?
You know what? Jennifer Aniston revealed the last conversation she had with Matthew Perry, and it was the day he died.
Really? She
Yeah.
spoke to him that day?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
So I do have that coming up for you. And speaking of Matthew Perry, he got a special shout out from someone yesterday. I have that. We are going to talk about a couple different things like Cardi B and her opening up a little bit more about her split from Offset. Much more on the way.
More of Scott and Kat is coming up.
That's perfect.
Come on, and we're back!
Back to the Scott and Kat Show.
The richest contract in the history of sports. Shohei Ohtani, the reigning baseball MVP, he hits and he pitches. People are jumping. Signed a deal with the Dodgers for $70 million a year. Dodgers will pay him $700 million over the next 10 years. Hot dogs from now on will be priced at $500 apiece.
What's trending?
Right here. 3, 2, 1, go.
With Kat.
Turn it up.
Okay, so Jennifer Aniston revealed she texted Matthew Perry the morning that he died, and they had a convo. Now, she won't go into details about what they were talking about. That's fine. But she really wanted people to know that he wasn't in any pain of any kind, and he was doing very well. She said he was happy. He was healthy. He just quit smoking. He was getting in shape. I was literally texting with him that morning. He's so funny. And he was on a pursuit. He worked so hard. He was dealt a tough one in his life, and I miss him dearly. We all do. Speaking of Matthew Perry, Zac Efron received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame yesterday. Zac once played the younger version to Matthew Perry's older version. And Matthew, in his memoir, for those who don't know, said he always wanted Zac Efron to play him in a biopic, which you never know, could happen one day. But Zac did speak about Matthew yesterday.
I really also want to mention someone that's not here today, and that's Matthew Perry. who was so kind and generous with me while we worked on 17 again. Collaborating with him in burst years. It was so much fun, and it really did propel me and motivate me in so many ways. It really pushed me into the next chapter of my career, and for that, thank you so much, Matthew. Thinking about you a lot today.
Cardi B revealed she has been single for a minute now, confirming that the rumors for the last little while that she and Offset are completely accurate. Apparently, there was a lot of rumors as to him cheating on her. She didn't elaborate that at all. She just said that she's moving on to the next chapter of her life, and that was that. In other news, because it happened a little later in the morning, I'll let you know that the Golden Globe nominations came down yesterday. And for movies, Barbie and Oppenheimer led, just like the actual box office. What do you know? For shows, Succession has the most. They're happening on January 7th. We're going to watch all that stuff so you don't have to. In other news, Lena Dunham got a Netflix deal after some more recent failed projects with HBO. She's going to now start up a romantic comedy series called Too Much. 10-episode series is what they gave her so far. Ciara gave birth to a baby girl. It's Amora Princess Wilson. The 11th Saw film has a release date. It's going to be September 27th. Next year. It's roughly the same window that Saw 10 was out this year. Nicki Minaj is bringing Pink Friday 2 to Toronto. In case you missed that, you can listen today for your chance to win tickets. On Energy 95.3, win them with Janess. 91.5 The Beat, win them with Joey. If his voice is back, we hope so. And if it's your birthday today, happy birthday from the Scott and Kat Show. You celebrate with Mayim Bialik, Jennifer Connelly, Deanne Warwick, and happy heavenly birthday to Bob Barker, who would have been 100.
The source for all things trending. The Scott and Kat Show.
Super glad you're here. Thank you not just for listening to this radio station, but for listening to radio in general. We appreciate it. We're Scott and Kat, and it's coming up to the year end, and Google is out with their most searched for things in just about every category.
They're doing all the trends. Are these the trends? The
Searches.
trends list? Okay, very good.
So, a lot of this doesn't make sense to me. A lot of it doesn't.
Okay, what parts don't make sense? Because I know they changed it up this year.
Yes.
You want to know why they changed it up?
Why?
Because Taylor Swift would have led every single one of them.
Probably.
So what they did this year instead was put trends. So that means basically they took last year's results and then compared them to this year. So basically if they were searched for a decent amount and a little bit, then they might not have made it so high. I noticed they did that on purpose, and I think it was for that reason, so that Taylor Swift was not at the top of every single search this year. So it's more so what trended compared to last year, a little bit more.
Well, I'm looking at the most searched trends, for example, and Roman Empire is the number one search for trend. I really don't understand the Roman Empire thing. I don't get why this became popular this year.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never.
Really?
Almost
it was a thing
never.
on TikTok. You know that, right?
No.
Okay, so then you don't know the reason why this is trending. On TikTok, it was everybody was supposed to ask the man in their life how often they think about the Roman Empire, because there was a weird study that came out that proved that men think about the Roman Empire multiple times a day.
I remember that and thought that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard and completely fabricated.
So on TikTok, people would ask their spouses that. And some of them were probably fabricated, but that's probably one of the reasons why it was a top trending subject, because people were asking, why are people thinking about the Roman Empire so much? Specifically, men.
Moon phase trend. Moon phase trend. I don't know what that is.
Moon phase.
Yeah. AI yearbook trend. Is that where people had AI redo their yearbook photo?
Yes.
Okay.
You remember everybody posted theirs? That
little
wasn't
bit.
too long ago, too. I feel like that was back in the fall. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Fruit roll-up trend. I don't remember that one either. Was that this year?
Do you remember that one, Octavia?
Fruit roll-up trend? How did that one work?
She's giving a face like...
Was that? Is that where you threw it at a baby or something like that?
What? No.
Well, there was a couple trends where you like threw salami at a baby to see if it would stick to their head.
That one was cheese. You threw cheese.
It was
At a
cheese.
baby.
Yes. Sorry. Well, I'm sure somebody threw a fruit roll-up at their kid too.
that's awful.
What is the fruit roll-up trend?
Something we probably can't talk about here.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
saying no.
Okay,
No,
got it.
No. So look
you
it up
make sure
yourself.
you tell me off the air then. Stuff
Yeah.
we can't talk about on the
Yeah.
air is my favorite stuff to talk about.
So y'all can Google that yourselves. We're not doing it.
Okay, well, coming up in a few minutes, the most searched recipes, the most searched for singers, athletes, the most searched for news stories of the year, and the most searched for deaths of the year. All coming up right here on the Scott and Kat Show. All right, it is time to run down the definitive list. The most searched for things in 2023 on Google. It is out. First off, in the news category, Kat, 3 of the top 5 are hurricanes. Hurricane Lee, Hurricane Idalia, and Hurricane Hillary. Number 1 was the war in Israel and Gaza.
Okay.
Number 2, one of my favorite stories from the year. That submersible that blew up going down to the Titanic.
Of course.
I almost forgot that was this
Why
year.
Why does that happen when we kind of forget things happen? That's what we talked about for like a month and a half.
For 2 weeks, I was watching television during the day to try and figure out what happened to this sub.
Yeah. Wow.
Most searched for people. This is the list that it's all over the place. But again, this was this year. Damar Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills safety that basically died on the field and was brought back in his recovery.
That's right.
Damar is number 1. Another tragic accident, Jeremy Renner was number 2 when he ran himself over with his snow clearing machine. Travis Kelce was number 3. Tucker Carlson was 4. And for some reason, Lil Tay was number 5.
That was when Lil Tay went missing. Remember we talked about that? Was missing for a while, and some people thought she was dead, and that whole thing.
Oh.
You don't remember us talking about that?
I'm still trying to figure out who
see
Lil
how that
Tay
happens?
is.
You forget.
Celebrity deaths, Matthew Perry was number 1, followed by Tina Turner. Again, I forgot that was this year. Jerry Springer, Jimmy Buffett, and Sinead O'Connor. Actors, Jeremy Renner was number 1, followed by Jamie Foxx. These are 2 celebrities
Ones that
who had-
almost perished this year.
Yeah, major health issues. When it comes to athletes, Damar Hamlin, Buffalo Bills, number 1. Travis Kelce, Brock Purdy, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. All football players in the athletes category. Songs. Let's talk about the music this year. The most searched for song of the year. Try That in a Small Town from Jason Aldean.
Right. People were looking up the music video a lot more so than necessarily the song itself.
Well, some people tried so hard to cancel Jason Aldean, and really what that did was propel it into the stratosphere for streams. I'm not surprised. It was the most searched for song of the year. Also on the list, Unholy, Sam Smith and Kim Petras.
A couple of controversial ones already. Yeah,
Ella Baila Sola, Eslabon, Armando, and Peso Pluma.
Okay, I don't know why, but I'm assuming it's just a good song, so I'm going to look that up later.
I have no idea what that is, but sounds great. And Boy's a Liar, Ice Spice, and Pink Pantheress.
That's a good song.
When it comes to singers, Jason Aldean was number 1, beat out Ice Spice at number 2. Oliver Anthony was number 3. Peso Pluma. We got to look into this Peso Pluma guy. He's on this list a lot. And Joe Jonas made the top 5. When it comes to recipes, the most searched for recipe this year was the Grimace Shake from McDonald's.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Right.
Right. Yeah,
Lasagna soup was the second most searched for recipe.
Okay.
All the ingredients in a pot. It's real easy. Chicken cobbler. Wait, they can make chicken cobbler?
See, you're going to Google it now.
I'm going to Google that. That's why they
that
do
up.
these lists. Black cake and pumptini. All search for recipes.
Oh, is that a pumpkin martini?
Pumpkin martini,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, you basic, you know what?
Most searched for TV shows of the year. The Last of Us was number 1. Followed by Ginny and Georgia.
Love that show.
Queen Charlotte, A Bridgerton Story. Daisy Jones and the Six. And Wednesday was number 5.
Okay.
When it comes to how often do you think about the Roman Empire was number 1?
Yeah.
How often is the World Baseball Classic? How often is there a blue moon? How often is the World Cup? And how often do trains derail? Were the top 5 most searched. How often?
Was that this year, too, with all the derailments? Was that this year?
Yeah, it was weird. All
Man.
kinds of trains fell off the tracks, but only ones that were carrying harsh and dangerous chemicals. All the rest of them stayed completely upright. It was the dangerous ones that all fell over.
Do you see how quickly we forget things? Like, that was an important one. I feel like we probably should have stayed on that. I feel like we probably could have investigated that a little further.
In hindsight,
you know what I mean?
did we really do a service
I
here?
don't know. It was trending for a bit. What happened there? Did we ever find out what happened?
I don't know what happened.
Humans are the worst. We're just so quick to forget. Like, yeah, that thing. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
We all judge people for how short an attention span they have, and then you hear a list like this and realize, wow, I really don't pay attention that much. That's crazy.
I'm very quick to move on.
Yeah, very, very quick. Those are the 2023 Google Most Searched. It's 6:54. We're Scott and Kat. We'll go to the phones and give away some free stuff. It is Tuesday, so we're going to play
Random trivia.
Yes, it's trivia day. I knew
Octavia's
that.
shaking her head at both of us, right? It's like, you guys haven't memorized this by now. See, we're quick to forget.
If we could remember, we wouldn't need you.
We just did this. We just did this last Tuesday, and we're so quick to forget it.
That should be one of the most searched things of the year. What is it we do on Tuesdays, and why can't I remember this? It is coming up right after the news.
Happy Tuesday, Kitchener. A cloudy and windy one for us. 3 is your high, and it's going to be cold overnight again. -10 is what it'll feel like. There is a chance of flurries, by the way, and then a chance of flurries again tomorrow. -2 is the high. Mix of sun and cloud, and 4 for Thursday. It's going to be sunny and 7 on Friday. It's what you need to know.
Well, let's start off by checking the calendar. Today is Tuesday, December the 12th. Boxing Day is 2 weeks from today. On the calendar, this is National Poinsettia Day. It's also National Gingerbread House Day, and it's the 6th night of Hanukkah. Here's what's going on. Metro says their grocery chain is ready to sign on to that grocer code of conduct as it's currently drafted, but they say there's no point unless all the major retailers are involved here. Walmart and Empire, which is Sobeys, told an Ottawa committee last week they're not going to sign the code as it stands now because it'll raise the price on consumers. Canada Post was dealing with a small issue that they say was preventing them from accepting packages for shipment within Canada. They posted about it on Facebook last night. A couple hours later, they said the issue was resolved. It's not clear what caused the issue or why. The education minister has rolled out the plans to start building schools a lot faster, just like we are with houses. Stephen Lecce says our population is growing rapidly and it's taken way too long to get new schools built. Right now it takes 4 to 7 years, but they're going to standardize the design of new schools and that should speed up the approval process. They're also going to prioritize projects that are shovel ready. The province is spending $15 billion over the next 10 years on building new schools. Yesterday, holiday shoppers were briefly evacuated from Winners and Michaels locations in the Smart Center Plaza on Pine Bush Road in Cambridge. There was a fire behind the building in a cardboard compactor. Damage was minimal. Everything got back to normal after Cambridge Fire took care of business. Police are calling it a concerning incident. They were called to Fairview Park Mall Sunday evening after reports that a person in the food court was waving around a syringe. They arrested a 33-year-old woman on weapons charges. Nobody was hurt. Police were also called to the mall around the same time for reports of someone with a firearm inside the mall, but they didn't find anybody. Just a reminder, all this week, Elle on the Midday Show is giving away more passes for Gift of Lights at Bingaman's. Your Gift of Lights pass also gets you into Jingle Bell Rock, so be listening after 10 o'clock this morning. Tonight's Lotto Max jackpot is $40 million. Tomorrow's Lotto 649 Gold Ball, $10 million. The Leafs made it to overtime. They got a point, but they came up short, losing 4-3 to the Islanders. But John Tavares scored his 1,000th career point. The Raptors, well, they lost 2 in New York, 136-130 against the Knicks. Monday Night Football, the Giants walked away with a 24-22 win against the Green Bay Packers, and the Tennessee Titans beat the Miami Dolphins 28-27 to wrap up the week. That is what's going on today.
We are very excited to be broadcasting to you live.
Broadcasting to the world.
This is amazing. I love y'all. Thank you.
Turn it up.
This is the Scott and Kat Show.
You see, people are a little upset with Jada again.
Oh, what'd she do now?
Just talking.
Oh.
Just talking makes
Yeah,
people
I
upset.
hate it when she does that.
But the recent comment she made about the slap, which, by the way, guys, was a long time ago now. It was a while ago. And people are still talking about it. But nonetheless, it's the comment she made about it more recently that made people go, excuse me? I do have that coming up during What's Trending. Before that, though, we got some business to attend to. It is random trivia and your chance at $100 in Lotto Max tickets with Encore. Hang on for that. We'll tell you when to call. It's Lil Nas X.
Let's get the game on.
So, do you know a lot of random things but never get to put them to good use? Now is your chance.
You better bring your A game.
And let's face it, Scott and Kat will just probably let you win anyway. It's what they do. Why do we even have games? Why do we have rules?
Yeah, that's about right. Give us a call. I think you know our number by now. Right, friends? 1-833-915-SHOW. We are friends, so make sure you save that number in your phone. You can text us anytime. But in this particular case, we do need you to call in for your chance to win.
Okay, let's go right here. Hi, it's the Scott and Kat Show.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. What's your name?
It's David.
David, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Good. You're eligible to win. You haven't won anything like in the last 30 days or anything like that?
Nope, I'm all good.
All right, good. Kat's going to ask you a bunch of questions from various different categories. Answer as many as you can, okay?
Sounds great.
Okay, great. David, we'll do multiple choice as well to make it just a bit easier for you. The age of a lion can be determined by this body part? Is it the nose, the paws, or the tail?
The paws.
It's the nose.
How can you tell by looking at a lion's nose how old it is?
I have to ask someone who works with lions. I have no idea.
Good question.
How many spices are in the KFC original recipe, David? Is it 10, 11, or 12?
I think it's 12. No, 10.
11?
11.
It's 11 secret spices.
All right. We'll do better. Let's do that. What condiment was used as medicine in the 1830s? Was it mustard, relish, or ketchup?
These are hard questions. I think that was mustard.
These are hard questions, maybe, but ketchup was the answer. Thank God for modern medicine, am I right?
What medicinal medicine
what
comes from ketchup?
They do. I'll just put some ketchup in that wound and you'll be on your way.
All right.
Okay, we have more questions here. We're going to let David try to redeem himself here.
Give him one more.
Okay.
If you get this right, we'll let you finish it off.
All right, I'm going to go with what I think is an easier one, David. What is the majority of the Earth covered in? Trees, people, or oceans?
Ocean, for sure.
Yes.
That is correct. All right. You've earned a chance to answer another one.
What food never expires? Is it yogurt, honey, or hard candies?
Hard candy. No.
It's honey.
It's honey.
Honey never does. Give him one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm trying to find an easy one. Okay. What was the first vegetable grown in space? Was it potatoes, carrots, or yams?
Oh, gosh, I have no idea. This is a complete guess. Carrots. Nope.
Nope. Sorry. You said no. Okay. What was your actual guess going to be?
It was potato yam.
Potato yams.
Which one is
They're
it?
both potatoes. Sweet potatoes.
That wasn't an option. Which one was it?
Potatoes?
Potatoes or yams?
Potatoes.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Potatoes.
All right. Woo! This job gets harder every day. Every day it gets harder.
Do you want to do some Christmas ones?
Yes, give him some Christmas
Let's do
ones.
some Christmas ones, okay? In A Christmas Story, what did Ralphie want for Christmas? A toy truck, a fishing rod, or a Red Ryder BB gun?
A Red Ryder BB gun.
You're darn right. The thing that tells time. On Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, what did Hermie... I don't watch that one. Hermie the elf.
Yep.
Want to do instead of making toys? Be a gymnast?
What?
Oh,
Go ahead.
Say it again.
A dentist?
He did.
yes.
He wanted to be a
Very
dentist.
good. Okay,
Very
fine. Good. In Home Alone, where was the McAllister family traveling to? Were they going to New York, Paris, or Vegas?
Paris.
Okay. Last one here. Which is not one of an elf's main food groups in Elf? Candy corn, syrup, or sweets?
Sweet.
Whew, we did it. We got through, David.
Thank
we
the Lord.
did it.
Wow. David, nicely done. Well done, sir.
Good job, my friend. $100 in Lotto Max tickets with Encore, all yours, okay?
Fantastic.
All right, congratulations. That's over, everyone. We move on to other things now.
Always real, always unfiltered.
What did you say?
You heard me.
The After 9 podcast with Scott and Kat. Download, subscribe, rate, and enjoy.
That's by Kenya Grace. Hey, it's the Scott and Kat Show. Hi, everybody. Kat, can we talk about Boxing Day for a second here?
Yeah, sure. Well, sure. Yeah, we can jump right into Boxing Day. Are we going there already? Is it time?
It's 2 weeks from today. Here's the thing. Boxing Day always used to be the last straw. You did all your Christmas shopping, and then for one day, the day after Christmas, for anybody who had cash left over or had gift cards they wanted to spend, retailers would drop the price. For one day, everybody gets all their sales. It was a big shopping extravaganza. It was awesome. But recently, something different's been going on. These retailers now are trying to do things like, it's Boxing Day before Christmas, and these are our lowest prices of the year. The reason it came to mind is because I saw a commercial for Staples last night. Staples is saying, Our Boxing Day sale prices are in effect now. The price will not be lower on Boxing Day. So don't bother waiting for it. Shop here now. Can I tell you that makes me not want to shop there? I'd really rather go back to just having that big sale day. And if there's a sale, great. People will go to it. When you're doing Boxing Day in advance or Boxing Day week, Boxing Day month, all the ways that they try and extend it, it just takes away from the actual day, doesn't it?
I mean, it does. The whole purpose, you're right. If you go back to it, the whole purpose was that. And remember when in Canada, we just had the one day. We had Boxing Day and that's all we had. We had to pay for everything leading up until Christmas. And then Boxing Day was the day. But of course, then a lot of these retailers decided to give in to Black Friday, and I'm glad they did because I love me some Black Friday. It makes more sense. Hey, before Christmas, let's get some deals. Cyber Monday, of course, as well. I think most people can shop for all those things online too. So that also took a little bit away from the Black Friday things. And now we've got, then it turned into like Cyber Week or Black Friday all month long.
Yeah.
Or like pre-Boxing Day sale. So yeah, I mean, I think especially toward the end of the year, you can get good deals just about any time. Just keep your eyes on the stuff that you want, I think is the best way to do it now, really, because they will inevitably go on sale. You could just hope for the best that it's whatever the sale price is now, it will remain that way even on Boxing Day.
Here's my proposal. Here's what I think we should do. We should preserve the sanctity of Boxing Day and Black Friday. I'm proposing a Boxing Day czar. Or a king of Boxing Day, a queen of Boxing Day.
A czar. That's fabulous.
Okay, so let's say Kat is the Boxing Day czar. If a business wants to participate in this big day known as Boxing Day, where you offer your best deals of the year, you should have to go through the czar.
Oh,
and
I can approve it?
If your deal isn't good enough, nope. You got to stay closed.
I like that.
You want to offer something good, like 20% off, 40% off, 60% off. You know, that's the way it used to be.
What's this 10% off nonsense people do sometimes? Like, get out of here. Get out of my, you're insulting me right now. Get out of my face with that 10% off.
You're the czar. Shut them down.
I'm gonna. And I have a minimum. I've got a minimum percentage off. And it's got to be good stuff, too.
These people that advertise like Boxing Day sales and nothing's actually on sale. That's frustrating. Just stay closed if that's what you're going to do. And the lowest prices are right now. It will not be cheaper on Boxing Day. Well, then, Staples, why are you even opening on Boxing Day?
What's the point of even calling it like a Boxing Day thing
it's
anyway?
supposed to be a day off. Let your employees have the day if you're not going to lower prices. I think that we need to come up with a way to try and preserve the... What did I say earlier? Sanctity of Boxing Day.
I'm still delighted with the fact I could be a czar. Do I get a crown or something? Like, I feel like I should have like a throne or like something to hold.
A scepter, if you will.
A scepter?
Yeah, no crown, but you can have a scepter.
I can have a scepter?
Or
Great.
a laser pointer or something. We'll let you play with something. Here, I'm going to point to the deals that you should be offering.
Thank you for that. That's good. A scepter with a laser pointer at the bottom. That's all I'm asking for. Is that a big deal?
It'll be engraved.
Yes.
Yes.
I love this day.
And we're going to buy it on a Boxing Day sale. It'll be great.
So it'll be implemented next Boxing Day.
A real Boxing Day sale. Yeah. It's 7:24. We're Scott and Kat. Up next, Kat's going to do What's Trending.
Okay, a couple of things that we learned in the last 24 hours, including something from Jennifer Aniston about her dear friend Matthew Perry. And I told you about New Year's Rockin' Eve. Maybe you're staying in this New Year's Eve. You can have, there's great party songs on the radio, so we hope you listen. But maybe you also want to watch something in the background. We're going to play a little Which One Would You Rather? Because we just learned about another New Year's Eve special that's coming out. That's on the way.
The department store Macy's is considering a buyout for $5.8 billion. Wow, $5.8 billion for the store people walk through to get into the real mall.
And finally, the rock bands Def Leppard and Journey last week announced they're going on tour together, and you have not seen those bands until you've seen them on the iPad of the guy in front of you.
What's trending?
Right here. 3, 2, 1, go.
With Kat.
Turn it up.
Okay, so we have Turn Up, a great New Year's Eve mix for you right here. New Year's Eve, turn it on, turn it up. Our buddy Damien, Mr. D, DJ Buddha, it'll be great. Now on television, there's also a couple of New Year's Eve specials that you've grown to know through the years. And I told you already about New Year's Rockin' Eve, which is with Ryan Seacrest now. We now know the competition, which is New Year's Eve Live with Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen. So let's play a little Would You Rather here. Which one would you rather? So over on CNN, we'll start with the latest one. Darius Rucker, Enrique Iglesias, Flo Rida, the Jonas Brothers, Maroon 5, Miranda Lambert, and Rod Stewart. Appearances include Bowen Yang, Jeremy Renner, random, and Neil Patrick Harris, plus Patti LaBelle, and magician David Blaine.
That's actually a really good lineup.
Oh, and then over on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest 2024. Can you go with a shorter title, please? Aqua, Doechii, Ellie Goulding, Green Day, Janelle Monáe, Loud Luxury, Two Friends with BB Rexa, Ludacris, Paul Russell, and 30 Seconds to Mars, plus Rita Ora helps to host.
I think I might actually go with the CNN one in this case.
You think so?
Not a huge fan of Anderson Cooper and who is it?
Oh, Andy Cohen.
Andy Cohen, but the lineup's good.
Okay, very good. I think I'll watch the other one and then we'll just compare later on. Does that sound good?
Sounds fine.
Great.
You're staying in this year is what I'm hearing.
Definitely. Jennifer Aniston was texting with Matthew Perry the day he died, and she says he was happy and healthy. He even quit smoking. Quote, he was not in any pain. He wasn't struggling. He was happy. And she just wanted people to know that he was doing so well with his health. Jennifer's also talking about filming sexy scenes with Jon Hamm for the morning show and the new way they do things on set, which she's kind of calling out as awkward. So she says, quote, they asked us if we wanted an intimacy coordinator. You've heard of these now?
No.
You don't know about this?
No.
So as of like a couple of years ago, Me Too movement really changed things on set. They have an intimacy coordinator now, which basically stands by during sex scenes to make sure constantly that you're okay with the touching that's happening, because it's all part of the scene, but they want to make sure you're okay. So they'll just kind of butt in every now and be like, you okay? You good? Well, they're trying to pretend to do sexy things.
Oh.
So
but they're just pretending to do sexy things.
So she said, they asked us if we wanted an intimacy coordinator, and I'm from the olden days. So I was like, what does that even mean? They said, someone asks you if you're okay through the filming. And I'm like, please, no, this is awkward enough. People are mad at Jada again for recent comments she made. She called Will Smith's slap on Chris Rock the holy slap. She says she thinks it was a great moment for her and says it was the moment she realized she would never leave him. Quote, after all those years trying to figure out if I would leave Will's side, it took that slap for me to see I will never leave him. So now you're... What, okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, Jada.
Guys, we have something very cool coming up in just a bit. The Drew Barrymore Show. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Martha Stewart was on. Love to hear from her around Christmas time. She's got great ideas and thoughts. She revealed her trick for getting people to leave her house when she hosts parties this time of year. So if you're curious, that's coming up. Meantime, I'm just going to remind you guys tonight, Big Brother Reindeer Games continues. That's on Global. You also have a special The Masked Singer holiday sing-along. All right, fine. And The Voice. Plus, a behind-the-scenes documentary special, Kevin Hart and Chris Rock, Headliners Only, is now on Netflix.
Something really interesting has happened here in the last couple of minutes, Kat. We were talking about Google's most searched of 2023. And one of the things that came up was the most searched for songs of the year. Jason Aldean, Try That in a Small Town, was the most searched for song this year on Google. And I assume that's because of the controversy. They tried to cancel Jason Aldean. He stood up and bam, it's the most searched for song. There was one of the songs that we mentioned that people have been texting in about. And I'll be honest, I didn't know the answer. People were asking about number 4. Ella Baila Sola by Eslaban Armando and Peso Pluma. Have you heard of that?
Okay, so no.
It's the 4th most searched for song of the year around the world, and I've never heard of this song.
I'm curious.
And a lot of people are curious. They're texting in, hey, what is that song you mentioned? Decided to call it up. Let's see if we can find this Ella Baila Sola. It is nothing like I expected it would be. Listen to the 4th most searched for song of the year. I feel warm now.
Compa, ¿qué le parece esa morra? La que anda bailando sola me gusta pa' mí. Bella, ella sabe que está buena, que todos andan mirando.
I've never heard that song before in my life.
We don't hear enough Latin music around here. I think we need I think like a little more of that in my life would be lovely.
I would too. As soon as that came on, I thought happy. Busy, because it's very, very quick.
I think.
Jeez, oof, sweating. It's hot though.
A lot of instruments that you don't hear as often these days are in that song, and I dig it.
The top 40 genre seems to ignore many of these instruments that have created this one.
vato como yo actúa.
Well, if you're looking for it, it's called Ella Baila Sola from Eslaban Armando and Peso Pluma. The other one was Sam Smith and Kim Petras, Unholy, just ahead of that. It's 20-8. We're Scott and Kat. So you're having people over for the holidays, are you? Mm-hmm. What happens when you want these people to get out of your house so you can clean up and go to bed or go and do other things?
Without making it too awkward.
Martha Stewart joins us to explain how you get these people out of your home. Coming up in a few.
Just want to mention some issues on the drive because it's worth an extra mention here. If you're listening in the Kitchener area, hey, how are you? 401 eastbound, Gong Show as you approach Homer Watson. It's at the Conestoga College area there, and I'm not too sure what is going on, so if you have an update, feel free to let us know. However, it's really, really backed up. Again, that's 401 eastbound in Kitchener around Homer Watson. And then if you are listening in the Hamilton area, what's up? QEW, Toronto bound at Fruitland. Crash blocking the left lane, and that's causing massive delays as you approach 50 Road. So keep those things in mind.
Jesus. Why can't we figure this out? These roads have been here for like 70 years. Why are we still having these problems every day? It's a mess. Okay, Kat, let's do this. Here's the scenario, everybody. You've decided you're going to invite people over to your home over the holidays. Maybe it's a nice get-together with friends. Maybe it's New Year's Eve. Who knows? You're just having company.
Maybe it's new people. Maybe you're like, this is the year that I'm going to invite over the neighbors I never see or something like that.
Oh, interesting. Okay, but inevitably, the time will come when it's time to say goodnight. And not everybody gets to that place at the same time. You, for example, may have decided around 8 o'clock, I want these people to get the heck out of my home. And they may be thinking, 4 or 5 more beers and I'm good to go. So how do we bridge the gap and get rid of people? Well, I think we all agree. The leading authority in these matters is Martha Stewart. She's the queen of hosting, right?
I feel like her opinions over the years may have changed because that's possible for most people, right? At a certain point, you're like, I'm not saying anything, but I'm exhausted. But that's okay. I'm a host, and I'm going to be a darn good one. But let's hear now what Martha Stewart has to say about getting people the heck out of your home.
I just say, I'm going to bed. See you. I do. I just say that.
Wow.
What? Well, they keep hanging out. Well, just turn the lights off. Turn the lights off. Set off the fire alarm. One night I had the fire department show up. Nobody would leave. We just put the fire alarm on. And the fire chief came in. He told everybody, get outside. It was like 0 outside, and he made everybody go out without their coats. That's one way to get rid of them.
Now, if it is a party situation, am I allowed to pull a fire alarm?
Wait a minute, Martha.
Is there anything not illegal that we can do to get rid of these people?
Please don't do that to the fire departments. But is she onto something? Is honesty key there? Or do you think there's going to be some people who are quite offended that you tell them, hey, listen, I'm done and it's my house. So get out and we'll see you when we see you next?
Well, I don't know that she was saying tell them to get out. I think she's hoping they just get the hint when you say I'm going to bed. Here's the beginning of that one more time.
I just say, I'm going to bed. See you. I do. I just say that. What? Well, they keep hanging out. Well, just turn the lights off.
Turn the lights off.
Turn the lights off and go upstairs. Do you think they'd get the hint and think, oh, maybe it's time to go?
You would think so. Like, if you pick up on social cues well, I feel like it's all right. Like, I've done that before where I'm like, I'm getting tired. You know, the first thing you do is make the comments, right? And see if that kind of clicks in for people. Like, wow, what a fun party that was. Past tense. Use past tense. I find that also helps to mentally trigger them to be like, right, party's over now. Yes, get out. Mm-hmm. That was a fun night. I had a great time. I'm tired. If that doesn't work, I agree with Martha. Shut all the lights off. Hey, Google, turn the Christmas tree off. Turn off all the lights. Get out.
A friend of mine used to call cabs. He'd call a cab and there'd be one waiting out front. And he'd be like, oh, hey, cabs are here. It's time to go. And that was his move.
What else? That's perfect. Why not?
Uh-huh.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That's the way to put it. You don't have to go home, but you're not staying here. Bye. See you in the new year. That's fun. 5 minutes before 8 o'clock. We got to do a quick what you need to know, so you've got everything you need to know for the day. After 8 o'clock, we've got your pink tickets. They're about 15 minutes away, maybe less.
Oh, it's exciting when you have to move because you got a new job, but can also be very, very stressful. So doing the right thing by getting the right realtor on your side makes all the difference. Chris and Marie know that very, very well. Had to relocate to Windsor due to a job transfer. Closing of the new home out there, fast approaching. So they really needed to sell their current Waterloo property. It was important for them to not have it drag on into the winter. They really wanted to be in their new home in time for the holidays too. So important this time of year. And they did the right thing. 13 days, 23 showings, 2 offers later, and it sold for $35,000 over the asking price. And we keep hearing about these stories, especially when it comes to Tony Joe Hall's team. They know what they're doing.
And they're selling a home every 27 hours. Hey, this is one of the biggest investments of your life, and you can't trust it with just anybody. You can't flip this to a friend of a friend or an aunt's this or that. You've got to get a professional. Tony Joe Hall and his team know what they are doing. They sell more, they sell faster. They've got over 46,000 buyers in their database.
For KW, chilly one, 3 degrees is the high. It's going to be windy for that. And overnight, once again, quite cold, feeling -10. Flurries and -2 tomorrow. Your Thursday, some sunny periods and 4 degrees. And Friday should be nice, sunny and 7. It's what you need to know.
Metro says their grocery chain is ready to sign on to a grocer code of conduct as it's currently drafted. But the CEO says it's not going to work anyway unless all of the major players agree to sign on. Last week, executives from Walmart and Empire, that's Sobeys, told the committee in Ottawa they can't sign on to the code in its current form because they're worried it'll raise prices for consumers. Profit in the grocery sector expected to hit a record high of more than $6 billion this year. That's up 8% from last year. The education minister has rolled out a plan to cut the amount of time it takes to build a new school in half. Stephen Lecce says it's taken way too long to get new schools open, and Ontario's population is growing rapidly. Right now, it takes 4 to 7 years to build a school. They're going to standardize the designs of new schools and speed up the approval process. They're also going to prioritize projects that are shovel ready. The province is investing $15 billion over the next 10 years to build new schools. Canada Post says a problem that prevented it from accepting some parcels during this busy holiday mailing season has now been fixed. They posted on Facebook last night that there was a technical issue preventing post offices from accepting packages for delivery within Canada, but they were urgently working to restore full postal services. Well, it appears the issue is now resolved, but they didn't provide any details on the nature of that technical issue. Oklahoma City Thunder guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been named the winner of the Northern Star Award for 2023. That's Canada's Athlete of the Year. The 25-year-old is from Hamilton. He beat out Connor McDavid, RBC champion Nick Taylor, swimmer Summer McIntosh, hammer thrower Carolyn Rogers. This honor is voted on by sports journalists in Canada. A basketball player hasn't won the Northern Star Award since Steve Nash did back in 2005. Gas prices didn't change overnight. Today we're paying $1.42.9. Christmas now just 13 days away. In fact, Boxing Day is 2 weeks from today. On the calendar, it's National Poinsettia Day and National Gingerbread House Day. It's also the 6th night of Hanukkah. The Leafs made it to overtime and they got a point, but they lost to the Islanders 4-3. John Tavares got his 1,000th career point. The Raptors couldn't make it work in New York either. They lost 136-130 against the Knicks. On Monday Night Football, the Giants walked away with a 24-22 win against the Packers, and the Titans beat the Dolphins 28-27. That is what's going on today.
Come on! We are live.
1, 2, 3!
The Scott and Kat Show.
I just want to do this really quick traffic update. I'm telling you about a couple of problems. One in Hamilton, that one's still the same, but the one in Kitchener, 401, around Homer Watson. So we're hearing it's a transport truck that lost its load of concrete slabs. That doesn't sound good for cleaning up. Yeah. So only one lane is open there, and then guess what happened? A crash on the other side now.
Oh, God.
In about the same spot. So westbound
terrible.
and eastbound 401 around Conestoga College. Just, well, put it on the radio and we'll entertain you. That's what we're here for. And we have tickets to see Pink if you're able to call us hands-free when we tell you to. So hang on for that. That's minutes away on the Scott and Kat Show.
Well, hello there. Welcome. You can reach Scott and Kat anytime. Call or text 1-833-915-5-SHOW.
Let's go!
This is the Scott and Kat Show.
All right, if you're listening online, now is the time to call to win those pink tickets. 1-833-915-SHOW. 1-833-915-7469. Just buying a little bit of time here for the people who are listening online. A couple seconds behind to get caught up here. We have pink tickets. Go and see her live at Rogers Center next summer, and we'll open up the phones for everybody now. 1-833-915-SHOW.
Let's see what we got here. We should do an interlude every now and again just for fun, like just cuz.
I thought that was really good. I don't know if people listening liked it. But
They definitely don't. They're like, can you please stop now?
let's try this one. Hi, Scott and Kat Show.
Hi.
Hi. Holy cow. How are you?
Woo! I'm good.
Good.
Oh my God. I never get through.
You did, though. That's great. It's proving it can be done.
Woo!
You want to play for pink tickets, I assume, right?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Big Pink fan?
Absolutely.
Me
Grew
too.
up with her.
Awesome. And sorry, what the heck is your name?
It's Kat.
Kat? Okay, Kat. That's great.
I know, right?
Kat with a C. That's fine. We'll accept you still. We're not going to hang up on you. Don't worry.
All right. I appreciate that.
So, Kat, we're having a little fun with these pink tickets and playing around with pink yesterday. We'll do it again today. But instead, this is a song title with a color in it. And then you have to guess the artist. It's okay. We're going to give you multiple choice. And Scott Fox is here to help you.
Yes.
If needed.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah. I'm really good at this.
All right. Here we go.
All the colors.
All right.
That's my,
I'm ready.
my
I'm ready.
wheelhouse.
Let's start with, I think one you'll be familiar with here. Paint the Town Red. Who sings it? Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, or Cardi B?
Jesus. Right off the bat, it's a
Jesus
hard one.
doesn't sing that one.
Paint the
No, I
town
don't.
red.
Paint the town red. I don't know, so I'm going to guess C.
You're guessing Cardi B, and that would be incorrect.
It's Doja Cat sings Paint the Town Red.
Okay, what about Bodak Yellow? Bodak Yellow. Is it Offset?
Do you guys even like me? Like, seriously, I don't even know these songs.
Well, these are quite popular songs.
This is the radio, and we play music, so we were hoping someone would be good at it.
Yeah, it's kind of what we do.
Well, I follow the music. I just don't remember the title.
Got it. Okay, well, Bodak Yellow is by, it's multiple choice, so take your shot.
Offset, Megan Thee Stallion, or Cardi B? Which one is it?
I'm going to guess Cardi B.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
there
very
you
good.
go.
Okay.
Yes.
You're on a roll now. That's one in a row.
All right.
How about Yellow? It's just called Yellow. Now, hang on. I'll give you the artist. Oh, yes.
Coldplay.
Oh,
Yes.
Great job, Kat. Nailed it.
Woo. That was a good one. Woo.
What about Blue? In brackets, Dabba D. Is that Andre 3000, Sam Smith, or Eiffel 65?
The third one.
Yes, Eiffel 65 is correct. Okay, we're getting through here. We're getting through this. We're doing this.
All right.
What about Red? Is that Taylor Swift, Adele, or Mariah Carey?
Taylor Swift.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Doing
Okay.
All right, I'll give you this one next. White Iverson. Who sings the song White Iverson? Is that Post Malone, Logic, or Jack Harlow?
I don't know. So Post Malone.
Yes.
Heck of a guess.
You got it.
Good job.
Okay, one more.
You
Do we
are
do one more?
fluking your
Wait.
way right to pink tickets.
You have no idea how excited I am. I've never seen Pink live.
Okay, last one. Let's just do this last one here. Who sings the song Golden? Oh, it's a beautiful song. Is it One Direction, Louis, or Harry Styles?
Oh, God. Harry Styles?
Yeah! You won tickets to see Pink! Congratulations!
Oh, I love you guys. I listen every morning. My son and I try to call in and text all the time.
You did it! 2 tickets to see Pink 2024 Summer Carnival at Rogers Center in August. You're going to have a great time. Congratulations.
Woo-hoo! Thank you guys. You're the best.
You are most welcome. Olivia Rodrigo now. It's a bad idea, right? Get those shades on. Get going a little faster. Turn that radio up.
Download the podcast. Download the podcast.
The show after the show is the After 9 Podcast with Scott and Kat. Download it where you get your favorite podcasts.